Hello and welcome to Lesson 8.3. Today we're going to dive into some really powerful ideas, consistency, cycles, and seasons. This is all about building a system for your goals that can actually last. So go ahead and open up your workbook to the Lesson 8.3 page and let's get started.
Okay, so let's get right to the main idea for today, and you'll see this right at the top of your page. It's this: consistency is the system. Cycles are the safety. These two things really work hand in hand to help you build habits that can handle the reality of a busy life.
So what do we actually mean by that? Well, think of it this way. Consistency is your framework. It's just about showing up, again and again, even on days you don't really feel like it. Cycles, though, are your safety net. They're the part that says you're not supposed to go 100% all the time. Instead, you plan to build up, then recover, and then build again. So on your page, take a moment to finish that sentence. What do those words mean to you? Go ahead and pause here to write down your thoughts.
Okay, Section 2, Why Predictable Scheduling Matters. This is all about removing the daily guesswork. Let's be honest, if your whole plan depends on you waking up feeling motivated, well, that plan is probably going to fall apart on a tough week. A schedule is the tool that helps you show up even when motivation doesn't.
And what's so powerful about this is the mindset shift it creates. See, scheduling helps you avoid what we call drift, which is that slow slide off track. It works because you're no longer asking yourself every day, do I feel like it? Instead, the question is already answered. It just becomes, this is what happens at this time. That's a huge, huge shift.
So, in your workbook for this section, you've got two questions. First, why exactly does scheduling reduce that drift? And second, a more personal one. What's one reason your own exercise system tends to collapse? Is it time, fatigue, no clear plan? Getting honest about that is a really important first step. Go ahead and pause here to answer those.
Low days still count. You know those days where you just go for a walk or do a little stretching? So many people write those off as fake workouts. But that's the wrong way to think about it. It's much, much better to see them as essential system maintenance.
These low days are absolutely crucial. They're what keep your routine alive when your week gets crazy. They protect you from breakdown and burnout. And you know what else they do? They build the brain skill of restraint. Having the discipline to pull back when you need to, that is a sign of smart training. It's how you stay in the focused zone for the long haul.
So, for this section in your workbook, the question is simple. Why do these low days still matter so much? Not just for your body, but for your brain and for your long-term consistency. Go ahead and pause the video to write down your answer. Okay, Section 4. I love this idea. What season are you in? This is all about avoiding that trap of peak everyday thinking. Because trying to be at your absolute best every single day, that is just a recipe for burnout. The truth is, your energy and your intensity are supposed to change over time.
You see, any real, sustainable effort is going to move through phases. You might be just starting out, or maybe you're in a building phase, or just maintaining. You could be peaking for a specific goal, or maybe you're recovering or rebuilding after some time off. The goal here isn't to get the label perfect, it's just to notice what phase you're in right now.
So take a look at your workbook, circle the season that feels the most true for you right now, and then just jot down a quick note about why you chose it. Just having that awareness is a huge step. Go ahead and pause here to do that.
All right, Section 5. This brings us to a really healthy, sustainable rhythm. Goal, build, and then break. The idea is simple. You set a goal, you build towards it, and then, and this is the part people always forget, you take a planned break. This gives your body and your mind a natural and really necessary reset.
And look, when we say goal, please don't think it has to be some huge race or competition. It can be something really simple and real, like walking 20 minutes 3 times a week, or running a mile without stopping, or just being consistent with movement for a full month. Those are all fantastic goals.
So, in your workbook for this section, I want you to write down one simple, real goal you could start building towards. It doesn't have to be giant, just something that feels meaningful to you. Pause here and write that down.
Okay, let's take all these ideas and actually apply them. It's time to build your own repeatable system. Let's make this real for your week.
The first step is to just decide, realistically, how many days you're going to move this week.
Once you have that number, you can start to fill in the chart using that logic of easy, medium, hard, and recovery days. This is how you actually put cycles into practice every single week.
Now, the most important word here is repeat. The whole point is to create a plan you can actually do, week after week. Balance is everything. Remember, all hard days just lead to breakdown, but all easy days can lead to stall or drift. So you're looking for that sustainable mix. Go ahead and pause now to map out your own week in the workbook. Okay, next up, Section 7, your 2 anchor rules. Think of these as your personal guidelines, the simple, non-negotiable rules that keep your whole system from falling apart when life gets messy.
And these can be really simple. Things like, I move at the same time of day, or I always protect my recovery days. Maybe a rule is about refueling after a tough workout, or just making sure you at least stretch or walk on your most hectic days. So look at that list on your page. Which 2 of those rules would make the biggest difference for you right now?
All right, we've made it to our final section, reflection. This is just a chance to step back and think about the whole system you're putting together. There are 2 questions for you to think about here. First, what is one single change you could make to your system to make being consistent just a little bit easier? And second, what is one sign that lets you know you're training smarter this time around? A sign that you're in that sweet spot, the focus zone. Take a moment to pause and reflect on those.
So let's do a quick recap. The big idea? Consistency is your system, cycles are your safety. We learned that scheduling is your best tool against drift, that low days are just system maintenance, that thinking in seasons helps you avoid burnout, and that a couple of simple anchor rules can make the whole thing stick.
Great work today. Now's the time to go back and finish up any remaining parts of the lesson 8.3 page in your workbook. In our next lesson, we're going to talk all about how to track your progress in a way that actually builds your motivation. I'll see you then.